At the end of the January 31st State of Play broadcast, Sony confirmed that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth fans would have to wait until February 6th for more news about the anticipated title. However, Sony stated that this would be when another State of Play presentation dedicated solely to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would be released. During the State of Play showcase, various looks at upcoming titles such as Rise of the Ronin and Stellar Blade were among the presentation's key points. In addition, a remaster of 2011's Sonic Generations, called Sonic X Shadow Generations, was confirmed to launch on PS5 in the fall. The presentation closed with an extended segment dedicated to Kojima Productions' upcoming sequel, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, which was scheduled to be a 2025 release. While initial rumors about the State of Play episode stated that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would be part of the show, the broadcast went over 40 minutes without any mention of Square Enix's upcoming game. However, following the Death Stranding 2 segment, Sony's Director of Third-Party Relations, Sean Benson, closed the State of Play by giving fans of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth a reason to get excited. A second State of Play focusing exclusively on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will air on Tuesday, February 6th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. While the length of the upcoming presentation remained unknown at the time of writing, the next broadcast will focus on the gameplay elements of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at the very least. While it remains to be seen how much of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's new storylines will be covered during the presentation, the State of Play will take place just over 3 weeks before the game's February 29th launch. Picking up immediately where Final Fantasy VII Remake left off, the main story of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will span the rest of the original game's first disc and conclude at the Forgotten Capital. However, the launch of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will be just the first of 3 major events coming to the Final Fantasy franchise in 2024, all of which will be featured on the PS5. Square Enix will also release Final Fantasy XVI's second DLC, The Rising Tide, in the spring, and the highly anticipated Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail expansion is expected to launch this summer. With Final Fantasy VII Rebirth getting a dedicated State of Play episode on February 6th, Square Enix's latest entry has solidified itself as one of the most anticipated 2024 video game releases. Only time will tell what Square Enix will show at the upcoming State of Play.